Okay, so we're going to test print a check. We have a sample check format laid out, and we're going to test print it. Okay, so here's the way we go about it. We go into accounts payable, go into the function called AP Edit Check Forms here. Select the check. It's called New Check Form. We're going to edit this check. Click the button to edit the check. And this shows the form layout and some other information. But to test this, to see how it's going to print, we go down into here, Print Sample Checks. We're going to print one check and take a sample vendor, OVE03, I think is overhead door. Pick a bank, doesn't really matter which bank. How many advice lines will this sample check have on it? It will have 10. And then just click this button to test the HTML form. What that'll do is produce the check. There's the check on the screen now. So if we want to print the check, now I'm using Chrome. This might be a little bit different if you're not using Chrome, but when I go to print the check, I do, well, let me right click, that'll be better. Go to print, and I get my print menu. Okay, a couple things to keep in mind about the print menu. First of all, you want to print on the same printer all the time because the settings could be a little bit different. And the other thing is, if you go into more settings here, click more settings, make sure that you've turned off this headers and footers. It should not be checked. If it's checked, you'll get a little header print at the top of the page and one print at the bottom. But at this point, and normally you use portrait layout, paper size, letter size, default margins, okay, because these things will be remembered every time. And if not, you should check them whenever you print. Just confirm that they're there. And then at that point, you can go ahead and print it. Once you print it, you can either print it on real check stock to test it, or what I recommend until you're sure, until you think it's pretty close, is print it on a blank piece of paper and just hold it up in the light behind a piece of check stock and look through the two sheets and see if everything lines up. I think what's going to happen inevitably is you're going to print it. It'll be close, but it'll be a little bit off, and you'll say, okay, this needs to move down, this needs to move up, move this left a little bit, and so on. Or maybe you can just scan us a sample and show us what needs to be changed, and then we'll tweak. Edwin in our office will tweak the form and get it lined up exactly right, and then you guys can confirm. And when you've confirmed that it's printing exactly the way you want, then we're done with it. Okay. All right. Let's we'll try that and see how it goes.